that caused a lot of challenge for us on how to factor in the state exams and our Marist exams for SS2 students only. Other classes were okay. So we had a meeting with MCA. So the two schools organize and harmonize SS2 timetable, which are aware of that. So MC and MBJ harmonized SS2 timetable to factor in the Abia State SS2 promotion exams. So other exams are going on well, but for SS2, they're taking two exams now, marriage exams and state exams. So that's where we are now. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian Henry. It's not easy, but we cannot put aside government policy. So as time goes on, we'll see the best way on how to combine the exam for the student. And so far, I thank you for that synergy, that collaboration between MBJ and MCA during the conduct of that exam. So MCA, they're not here. Is brother here? I think Gia is not here. Primary school, Lord Chairman.
Yes, I'm here. Live and direct.
Okay, share with us how the conduct of the exam in your school.
I think for the primary school, it's going on well. The only one challenge we have is the seat at home, which is Monday. And each time, I think it's Carlo, they call him. They are having their court case with the government. They stop us from writing examination. That is just the challenge. Then it's either we combine, add another examination because that day is wasted, and then send messages to parents. That's how we have been managing. Like this Friday, we did not write because students did not come or pupils did not come to school. Okay, but it's still going on well.
Okay, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate. Continue to manage the situation. That is the situation we find ourselves. I must be attentive to listen to what is going on so that our children may not fall victim to the hands of those men of the underworld. Thank you. Ngokwala.
Unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself.
Ngokwala.
Yes, I'm here.
Managed by Centenary College.
We are here. Good evening, brothers.
Good evening.
We are moving on very well, successfully. Everything is going on smoothly. The only issue that came up, which we resolved with Rodema, is physics in SS1, physics CRS. In our SS1, all the students are doing CRS. And some of them are doing physics, and the two exams we have to go on simultaneously. So the dean put a call to Brodema and it was resolved. Apart from that, we have not experienced any challenge of any form. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, very fine. We move to ISS.
Good evening, brothers.
Yeah, Brahma, good evening.
Yes, the promotional examinations are going on very well. Just like brother observed, brother Ocheme, on Mondays, like tomorrow will be Monday now, there will be no exams because of the sit at home. So what we normally do, because here Saturdays we go to school, we have exams on Saturdays, but for now, the exams, they are going on smoothly. No hitches. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, brother. We move to Deje.
Good evening, brothers.
Good evening, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please continue.
Okay. Yes, we started on a good footing. We SS3s are concluding their own exams, NECO, and WAEC, and the termly exam, the promotion exam is also ongoing. The exam committee is working around the clock. The supervision is thorough. We have received cases of exam malpractice for those who feel that exam malpractice, only hope they had. So, or they have. The exam and ethics committee is looking into that. They will, eventually send the report as soon as possible. But by and large, the exam is moving smoothly.
Okay, thank you, brother. Those who are involved themselves in malpractice, the policies are there. The school will follow it, and then those who are guilty, the necessary action will be taken as prescribed in our document for such act. So thank you very much. Umochibu, I'm not seeing Jude. Umochibu, is brother here? No. So move to Ejule. Ejule is not here. Move to Irekiti. Ire, they are not here. We'll move to Yangoji.
Yes, I just came and I'm hearing Yangoji. Good evening, brothers.
Yeah, good evening. You are welcome, brother. We are
Thank you.
getting feedback in regard to the ongoing professional examination.
Hello?
Yeah, we are receiving feedback from head of schools regarding the ongoing professional examination. So if you can share with us how the exam is moving in your school, we'll be happy.
Okay. So far the exam is going well. The questions, we got some questions from Enugu, and they were reviewed to us, and the children are writing well. The conduct of the exam so far has been perfect. The assembly prior to the beginning of the exams, we highlighted to the students the implications of examination malpractice, and we have been very strong on that, and they know. And even the teachers, they have the examination code of conduct at their fingertips, so they are familiar with what they should do should the child be caught in examination malpractice. So far, it's a wonderful one. It's going on well. So we don't have any issue here for now. The only thing is the answer sheets that we got were not the ones that would have given us the best. The OMR answer sheet is not always good for senior students. They end up not using the objective part of it, and I think I'll just leave that here for now. So sorry, please, because I'm talking and walking. I have an emergency. One of my students is not feeling quite well. So should I leave at any time? Do have me excused.
Okay, thank you, brother. Please.
I'll try to be with you people as much as I can.
Okay, kindly take care of the child, please. Thank you for your feedback. We appreciate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We move to CKC, Gogolada.
Okay, so far, so good. The exam started well, though before we began, we had a seminar which we used to admonish children and also to prepare them for the exam, because this exam is different from the first exam and second exam. This one is the last exam, which we are taking as promotion exam. So they are aware of the implication if they fail to make use of it. As it is now, or since they started, everything is moving well. There's no issue, except few that we are sick. But when we ask them to go, their parents and they themselves say no, that they manage. So, but apart from that, there's no problem.
Okay, thank you, Brother Mario, for the report. We invite Brother Paul Angulu.
Okay. Well, good evening, brothers.
Good evening.
Yeah, for us, the exams, the students are done with the terminal exams, with the exception of SS2. For us, we call them TC2. That's Technical College 2. They are on with the exams.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, they're on. The exams are going on.
Sorry.
Excuse me?
Continue, go ahead.
Okay, like I said, they are done with the terminal exams, promotion exams. And there is what they call, the state calls mock examination, state mock examination for SS2. It's similar to what Henry just mentioned concerning promotion exam, state promotion exam. But the students are aware that we informed them that we shall not base our exams strictly on the state promotion exams. That one they are aware, because I intimated the director of Catholic Education Services, who is in support of the decision we took as a management not to use the state promotion only as a yardstick, because the state promotion exams is substandard. Let me shock you. The current SS3, which is for us, we call them TC3, they took that examination in first term of third TC3, third term of SS3. And that disrupted the whole plan. In fact, when I resumed, they were already taking the exams. They were already on with the exams. The exams finished around towards the end of September. So that disrupted the system. And as a matter of fact, it will shock you. When we had a briefing with the State Commissioner of Education, a parent reported that her daughter did not take the first exams, which is English language, but she took the rest of the examination. But when the result was published, she got an A in English language and failed all other. In fact, all other subjects she failed, but got an A in the English language, which she did not take. So we have no confidence in that examination, as a matter of fact. So that is the situation why we took a decision as a management not to depend on that examination as a yardstick for promotion. But the student took our own exams, and we had a meeting as Catholic principals. The other schools bought the idea when I mentioned that we shall not use that as a yardstick. Meanwhile, the teachers are correcting the exams. We're expecting the results to be ready this week. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Actually, this issue of state exams, you know that we'll just comply with the state regulation to avoid having problem with the state. But our attention has to be on our own Marist exam. Our standards in the examination is what we should focus on. Surely. At the same time, we can still comply with the government to avoid having loggerhead with the government system. Thank you very much for sharing.
You call the compliance is just the money. Once you pay, you're compliant.
Sure. That's what they're looking for.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you, brothers, for your sharing. If there is anybody who wants to react to any of the sharing, please, you are welcome. Otherwise, I will invite Brother Ekene to officially welcome Brother Mario and tell us the essence of this workshop of today. So, Brother Ekene, over to you.
Thank you, Brother Ima. Brothers, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
I sincerely welcome all of you to this our monthly meeting. There was a need for a strategic plan in our schools. Some of our schools have done theirs, while some have not. So the board decided that there is need for every school to have a strategic plan, which will help that school to move further than where the school is now. Now they told us to organize a workshop on how to produce good and effective strategic plan that is implementable. Then we found it worthy to make use of one of us, who is also a specialist in strategic plan, to facilitate this for us to get certain areas that we need to focus on in developing our own strategic plan if we have not done so. So that's why the Lord fell on our dear brother Mario Ogu Emmanuel, who is the principal of Christ the King College, Wagwalada. So Brother Mario will help us facilitate this workshop. And remember, any assignment he gives us, we need to do so that to make sure that we come out with an effective strategic plan for our schools. So that's why we are here, and we, in a special way, and politely welcome Brother Mario to take up the facilitation. Thank you, brothers, and welcome Brother Mario.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. And thank you, my brothers. Strategic plan is what all of us are using. At times we use strategic plan. At times we use unintended plan. So, and we achieve results in using both. And we also using all of them at the same time. Then before you say you are going to draw your plan. Before you say you are going to draw plan, you can't just come and say, I want to draw plan. But you may be having plans, but you don't know how to organize them. They are in you and within you. You don't know how to organize them. It's like you want to go to Lagos. You have to plan on how to go to Lagos. You just don't come and say, I'm going to Lagos. Then, but all these things will be hovering in your mind. They'll be hovering in your mind. What you need is to calm down, put them together, and start executing them. But before you do that, we are not going to make this into be too theoretic. Before you start saying you want to draw plan, and all of us will be participating at the same time, you'll be contributing. Maybe if I ask you a question, you answer, because you are going to draw the plan by yourself. No one will draw the plan for you. So before you draw plan, there are some factors you have to consider before you say you are going to draw a plan. For instance, I'm in CKC now, I'm in Abuja. My plan may be different from the plan of Sam who's in Ezago. Then the one of Sam may be different from the one of Brother Henry. Then that's how it goes. Okay, before you sit down and say you are going to draw a plan, there are some factors you have to consider. There are environmental factors. And the environmental factors, then I would like all of us to participate in sharing or mentioning them. These are the things that will guide you when you say you're going to draw a plan. Okay, what are, there are many, but we can take more, maybe 2 or 3. What are the major environmental factors you can consider before you say you are going to draw your plan? It's a question I asked the House. Hello.
Yeah, we're with you.
Okay, I ask, what are the environmental factors, maybe 2 or 3 major environmental factors you consider before you say you are drawing plan? Because you are now gathering. You are gathering. So can you name one? No answer, or I should go on and
Political situation.
Exactly. Political situation.
Security in environment.
Exactly. The way you are facing it here now, Brother Henry.
And economic situation also.
Economic, no. Okay, partially economic situation is also among. Brother Henry has mentioned political insecurity. Then we have also climate change. You can equally have a kind of earthquake. So then when you have also government policies, what are the government policies you will consider before you say you are going to draw your plan? Now, these are the things that are guiding you. You are coming down. Bro, are you talking?
No. No.
Go ahead, Mario.
Government policies. Okay, you will consider taxation. You will consider taxation. You will consider legislative bills. You can equally consider government agencies. Maybe things like you apply. If you don't have light, do you have maybe you have constant NEPA light? Then you begin to think, okay, I have light, and this person don't have light. You have considered that one. You consider revenue operators, how or collectors, how do they operate within your environment? Then you move on. You move on to consider institutional or organizational policies or factors. In this one now, like ours, we are members of the church. We have our congregation. We have the church. So when you are planning, you think on what the institute is saying regarding education, regarding the youth or children. You think on what the church is also saying. Then you are coming down and coming down. Then you say, I want to have plan. I want to have draw my strategic plan. I want to make use of a fair plan to operate. You have to also to consider human and human resources and human and financial resources. Do you have the money? Do you have the money? Do you have the people that will help you to execute the plan? Do you have them where you the human resources I have here may be different from the one Sam is having, the one Henry is having, the one Abuka is having. So when you put all these things into consideration, then you ask yourself critical question. Where are the resources or the materials? Where are they going to come from? Where are they going to come from? When you have answered this question, then you begin to think on how to draw the plan. You may first of all assemble your groups or group them. You group them. You are grouping them based on their contribution. You may have maybe people who will take the graphic designers, the people who will edit it. So the people who will be calling for meetings. When you finish organizing, then you begin to think, what is your mission? What is your mission? What do you want to, what are you going to give? What is your mission? If you watch mission and vision, at times they look similar, but they are different. What is your mission? You can define your mission, or maybe the people who read English here can tell us the difference between vision and mission. What's the difference between vision and mission? Bro Henry, you and Brother Mark and others who read English, you know, what I read is I'm a businessman.
Vision is where you are going. The project, where are you going? Then mission, how do you get there? What are the tools to do to get to your vision? Is the mission.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is
Any
it.
other person can equally answer? Bromark.
Yeah, that is it. Is what he said that your mission.
What you are going to achieve. What is taking you there? You are
The
going to
vision
market.
now will be the means. If I may add that one, the means to get that goal, the goal that is vision. That's your goal, vision, and then the what do you call the other one? Is the means at which to get it.
Okay, you have gotten your mission. You have defined your mission. You have defined your vision.
Vision.
So when you finish that, you will now have your objective. You will have objective. You may have major objective and minor objective. So what is the difference between objective and if you watch, objective is different from M. Objective is different from M. So, what is your objective? What is the meaning of objective in maybe in a layman's language? What is the meaning of objective?
What do you want to achieve? The concrete action you want to achieve.
Exactly. The result. What you want to achieve. Exactly. What you want to achieve. You state it. You state it. What you want to achieve, you state it. And after stating what you want to achieve, then you have to now develop strategies on how to achieve your what you want to achieve. You develop strategies. So, Bro Henry.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you have stated it rightly, what you want to achieve. So how do you now position yourself, draw strategies on how to achieve those what you have already said? You remember, you have a mission, you have a vision, you have objective. Then you are now drawing the strategies on how to achieve your mission. Hello.
Yeah,
well, continue. It seems it's your network, but continue if you're back.
Okay. Then when you might have stated your goal, you begin now to put in bullet form the strategies on how to achieve your goal. So that is how it will be leading you. So when you finish that, you will also have difficulties. You will have difficulties in achieving your goal, achieving your reaching where you want to go. That is your vision. So that is where now you consider what we call SWOT. When you calm down, you check your strength. All of us know the meaning of SWOT. Your strength, your weakness, your opportunities, and your threats. But now, in considering this SWOT now, where do you think that you should pay adequate attention, or where do you think that you should pay attention? There are 4 columns. Where do you pay adequate attention? It's a question.
Then weaknesses, the system. You pay attention to the weaknesses in the system.
Powerful. There is another place you are paying attention based on maybe let me use this word now. Let me use scale of preference. You are paying attention on the 4 columns. Yeah, you pay attention on your weakness. Which place you are going to pay attention again?
Opportunities.
Opportunities, Brother Henry, because you will not see an opportunity, you allow it to go. You have to, and you will just grab it immediately. So then, which place again are you going to pay attention?
Threats.
Threats. But you will not be sleeping saying that you are paying attention on this one. You are paying attention on them at the same time. You are here, you are here, you are here, you are here, you are here. When you move here, when there is a problem here, you move here. When there is a problem here, then the last place you pay attention now is on your strength. And that one will be giving you consolation when you are not overcoming the threat, you are not overcoming the weaknesses, but strength. But you also need to solidify what you are already doing well before. You can't say like the way we are now, we say we are doing well. We are doing well. We don't need to fight again. They know us. We are the MBJ is the second. Our CKC is the fourth or fifth. So no, you have.
Yeah, it seems his network is having a little problem. Henry, you can take over for a little sharing before he comes back.
You do it with every sector of the establishment, because time has passed when you say you drop plan and give to people to go and execute. They will drop it there for you because people cannot execute what they don't know. Yeah. Teaching people, they must participate. Gardeners, they must participate. And that is the last session now you are going to do. You create a department. Then they will be the one to check what is a threat to them. They draw their strategy. Remember, there's no plan that is perfect and there's no plan that is bad. But provided you achieve a result, that's that. And you must not operate without plan. You must not operate without plan. Even if you're operating without having a written down plan, make sure you have for at least something in your head. You say that that is what you are using, though you have not written it down. If you have opportunity, you will also put it down. What is the problem? The problem people are having is that they don't know how to put what they want to execute down. And when you hear strategic plan, maybe you see big book, people just so draft. No, at times they don't pay attention on them. It's better to have a simple plan, execute it, achieve result, and you'll be moving like that than to have big plan and it is be difficult for you to achieve. And when you have set such plan, it may lead to depression. It may lead to depression. So that's why you have to have plan you can execute. So I've talked about these ones. Then another thing you have to consider also, you check the enablers of your plan. The enablers of your plan. In our province now, or in our school system, who are the enablers of if you draw a plan, whom do you have in mind before you draw the plan? Who are the enablers? We can contribute here. Who are the enablers?
I think the management, especially.
Yes, management. Who are the enablers?
Please, the headmasters, please, the principals and director, please, this thing is for us. Let us respond. You know, it's not in an exam. We are not in an exam hall. Just anything you feel that can help us, because we are sharing knowledge, you just contribute. No answer is wrong or right. It depends on the angle you are looking at it. Please.
Yeah.
HODs, teachers, parents. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. These are the enablers of the plan.
Even students.
Students are also enablers of the plan. These are the enablers of the plan. Because
at the same time, beneficiary.
Yes, even the PTA, are the enablers of the plan. They will help you to finance the plan. Like in MBJ, AJs are the plan. Our students are the plan enablers. Then, yes, government agencies also the enablers, because they will help you to execute the plan or finance the plan. So, when you when you make sure that you have these people, you can reach them, ask them for help. Students can contribute from their pocket money. They can equally give you advice. Teachers, you know how they are the one to execute the, or staff, the entire staff, they are the one to execute the plan. So that's why they are key enablers. Then in our province now, the province is the enabler because they are the one to finance they approve the fund for it. Then the church is the enabler. The institute is also enabler. So then these are the things that make up plan. These are the things that make up plan. Then another thing you can do now is other things, little things you need, maybe putting them in graphic form that will remind you. And you should not use so many grammar when you are writing your plan. Use more of graphic design. You can use, you circle here. Maybe you want to feed children. You want to feed children. You can just use images of children, maybe quality, the type of food you want to. Then you use image to, and when you are seeing it in that way, then you will know that things are moving well. And you have also to evaluate your plan. Create time on how to evaluate. That will be the last thing you will consider. That will be the last thing you will consider. Then you have also to create a methodology of writing your plan. You have also to think, this plan now, is it for CEOs or the entire members of the organization is considered? For instance, the plan we had the last time, we called it, it's like teamwork, where we share the responsibility and the leadership. We target to the workshop some counselors or some brothers had in Kenya, distributive for leadership. So, because there's no way you will draw a plan, after drawing it, you will execute it, or you don't, it's not possible. You alone execute it. You must consider everybody. You must regard everybody. Because if you fail to respect the cleaner, they will say, okay, the students will defecate, they will not clean the place. And the children will go and tell their parents that the school is dirty. So before you know it, students start having infection. Then you say that the kitchen people, they are not important. They say, okay, no problem. They cook and they put enough pepper or salt in the food. The children will not eat. When parents hear that the children are not eating well, so that's why when you are drawing your plan, involve all the members of staff. And the one thing staff do when you consider them, I mean, when you recognize when they participate, they owe it. Yeah. When there is failure, they take it that, and they will not like to fail. Even they will work extra hour to make sure that what they plan is executed and the result is positive. But if you give it to them, they don't know how to achieve it. That's why when I was at MBJ, the snack department, they know that we recognize them, and when they are baking their snacks, they put all their energy in baking the snacks. The gardeners, the same thing. That's why it is important. And from time to time, also you appreciate them. Have meeting with each department after creating them, and you also allow them to evaluate their plan. And from time to time, when there is a occasion in the place you are working, as far as you have drawn plan, you know that you have celebration committee. Give them their responsibility. Give them their responsibility. When there is a decoration committee, give them their responsibility. There's the same with all their committees. And these committees now you created, they will have their plan. They will have their plan. For instance, when they draw their plan, like here now, what we have here, which I can give you, They have their objectives. This one is a students affairs committee or disciplinary committee, or this one is a staff welfare committee. They have their objectives. They have their strategies. They have their actions. They have people who are responsible. They have the calendar. That is how it goes, and they will be following it in that way. Discuss, give feedback to maybe the director or the principal, and the principal gives feedback to the management. So, and it continues in that way. That is a plan, and you must have time for evaluation. So, I don't know whether there is anybody that has anything to say. Then, we're supposed to be sharing at the same time.
Okay, thank you, Brother Mario. Brother Mario has exposed to us the concept, key variables in strategic planning. It's left for us now to ask questions or share also our ideas on what we have been doing, so that everybody gets the same knowledge and move towards effectiveness. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to ask a question. Please, I would like to know the position and the essence of the core value in the strategic plan. What we call core values.
Yeah, you are the one. The core values is the organization that defines what is core values to them. Like your values may be different from mine. You understand? Your values may be different from mine. Depends on the nature of the organization. For instance, the values of Dangote company may be different from the one of Big Gate. Depends on their mission and vision. And their values are different from ours who are in school system. And you draw it based on their organizational culture.
Okay,
yeah, I want to say something.
Okay, look, I'm coming. The essence of it in the strategic plan, what did they do? Or just put there for
yes, Lakipa wants to say something. Lakipa wants to say something.
See what they do, they let people know how transparent you are. Let's say you people are truthful, you value life. Let's say you are producing Indomie, like as I had now in Anambra State, they said I have sealed one Indomie company because what they produce is not good to health. So if you say that you care for health, then you let them know that from your core value, they know that yes, you care for health based on what you produce. Then you say that you are a truthful company. You produce sandals, you produce shoes, and people wear it. You tell them that anything you buy from us here is authentic. It can last for 5 years. So where they will know that what you are telling them is true. They buy shoe from you, and the person uses it for 3 years, 4 years. The person has not repaired it. But if they buy it and when they put it on their legs, then the thing tear. Their core value is not your core value. They are the thing that makes people to respect companies. And also show how integrity, your level of integrity.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Paul.
Yes, I wanted to say that just like in strategic planning, the way we state our mission, our vision, then there's also what we call the value statement. Like what Mario is trying to explain. These are organizational values or principles that guide the organization. These values is not what you just come out decide. Like us Marist now, there are values that we hold dear. There are things that characterizes Marist education. Those are values. And those are the things that guide however we organize our educational ministry. So that is just what it is. You don't create it. Individuals don't create. Principal of one school, another. For us as Marist, there are things that are dear to us. And these are the things that there might be some few things. Maybe MBJ may have a particular culture that is there, which is a value. but we have things that are common to us as Marist. So these are the values that should guide us when we are drawing a strategic plan.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. So the question of Obaji is, of what essence are these core values in strategic plan? That's his question. And Obaji, if someone can help you also look at this, the essence of that core values in your strategic plan. Drawing from what Brother Lakipo has explained, you realize that whatever you are saying you will do, your values also will influence you. You consider your values, also drawing from what Mario said. For example, you said that you are trying to make students learn and come up with good grades and also good moral behavior. Remember, you have a value. For example, one of your values is you are shunning examination malpractice. Therefore, in one of your means, you are trying to do what? Stop examination malpractice, but increase practice tests and also help learners to learn well. Okay, thank you. Yes, Brian Henry, you want to say something?
Thank you.
It's something else. I want to add something.
Please.
Yes. Now, there's a key aspect of a strategic plan. Even before you start thinking of your vision, your mission, your actions, the what they call stakeholder engagement, a brainstorming session where you involve all the stakeholders in the establishment. In the context of a school, the parents, the alumni, the staff, the students, the community around the school, you put them in a place, okay, representation. They come and engage ideas first, the strengths, the possibilities. You don't plan, you just listen. As the leader, you don't even think of objective. No, you just listen. Here, get the echoes of all the members of the stakeholders. Okay? Then from there now, you now take those what we call the raw data from that engagement process. They will now form a think tank who will now take that raw data and start going out to start to think even of defining the vision, the mission, the objective, and all whatnot. You don't start by defining. First, listening. Stakeholder engagement is very important before you start even planning. So it is a point I want to emphasize.
Yeah.
The point of a stakeholder engagement, even before you start thinking of play. Because as a leader, you may have something else in your head. But when all the stakeholders come, you discover that what you have in your head is not what the stakeholders need. And a strategic plan must address the need of the stakeholders and not what you are head. Okay, for example, let me say, for example, in MBJ now, I have my head for them to make A's. Okay, but the student, the parents, the staff can say no. What they want is basketball. Now, what do you do? So the process of engaging the stakeholders to get raw data before thinking of the plan is very important in the strategic plan process. Yes, that's what I want to emphasize. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, welcome, Brother Fine. Brother Fine, please unmute yourself.
Excuse me, break.
Okay.
1 minute.
Yes, Mario.
Yeah.
After you,
Bro Henry. Bro Henry, yes, you are correct on what you say. You are correct on what you say. It depends when you are drawing your plan. When you are drawing your, remember, in how do I put it now? This inclusivity, it just came newly. It just came newly. Before, drawing of plan is for CEOs. It's for CEOs. Then they started considering the disadvantages of not bringing it down. So, in engaging stakeholders is very important, as you rightly put it. This is the brainstorming session, but you must be careful. You must be careful. For instance, the example you gave, you say you want to have 9 A's. You call them and they tell you, no, this is not what they want, that they need basketball. No, it's different. is different. What you need is 9As. They can make you to shift from having that 9As. What you are asking them, share your ideas with me on how to make 9As. My interest now is not basketball. I just want to make 9As. You should not allow anybody to push you out from that place. So they are just giving you ideas, giving you modalities on how to make 9As, not how to make many construct basketball. And when you say that you want to construct basketball, you call them, you say, you want to construct a basketball. Show me, help me how to get basketball. So you can't leave the item or the goal you have and start pursuing another goal. It's very wrong.
Yeah, thank you. Very fine.
Yes, thank you, brother. I've listened keenly to Bramario's input and reactions. Let me start with this last thing Bramario said now, responding to Henry's input. I think what Bramario said is important. Otherwise, you see yourself floating, people be pushing you left and right. And as much as you listen to the stakeholders, consult, okay, and see where their interest lies. You, as the person at the helm of affairs, you have your vision. You know where you are going to. You know what you want. I give an example. When I came to MBJ, there were so many needs. Okay, after listening to people, I had to prioritize and focus stage by stage.
Exactly, priority.
Yes, stage by stage. But by the time, after 6 years, looking back at my priorities, I was able to say it was successful. Okay, here again at Ngokbala, I'm doing exactly the same thing. So Henry, it's important we consult. Okay, but at the same time, you must have a vision. And when your vision is very clear and sharp, very, very important, you'll be burning with zeal to achieve this goal. Because there are things you are seeing as the person at the top that others are not seeing.
Exactly.
Okay? Yeah. Then another one. You see, these things we're talking about strategic plan. When I was listening to Ramario, what was going on in my head? How many of us, including Borifani, will be able to organize a systematic strategic plan the way you have put it? A number of brothers, either both those who are leading the school, heading the school now, and those coming up later, we need more tutoring and guidance, okay, in preparing a strategic plan. Then finally, the first thing I want to say is this: we should have in mind also there are many models of strategic plan.
Exactly.
Not just only one model.
Exactly.
So one can also check which model of strategic plan is more workable for him.
Exactly.
Okay, then you can apply it,
exactly.
adapt it to your concrete situation.
Exactly.
This is what I want to say. Thank you, Bramario, for your wonderful input. Okay.
That your priority is equivalent to scale of preference.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We've also called Brother Henry. He has an input. Thank you, Brother Fanny, for that. After Brother Henry, Brother Emmanuel.
I will say something also. I don't know.
Okay, Brother Lucky Paul. Please, you raise your
Yes,
hand using the electronic means so that we see you.
Now, what I wanted to emphasize is the input of Mario and Ifeanyi. They are all in order, and we are on the same page on that. Maybe the example I gave was a bit outrageous, okay? And they took it. The point is, the example was out of the wild, okay? What I'm saying is a fact. The point of stakeholder engagement is the ability to listen and to participate. Like rightly said, the leader has something he wants to achieve, and you channel the conversation towards what you want to achieve. Okay, so that what I want to just what I want to clear that what they said, two of them it's very true. Okay, but the
Thank
point
you.
of our emphasis is participation and involvement.
Thank you, Brother Emmanuel Obaji, Lucky Paul, and Mark. You, Obaji.
Yes, I just want to emphasize the last point Brother Fanny made. When you are drawing a strategic plan, even if you know, like let me use Mario, I know that is his area. But when he's drawing his own strategic plan for his school, it's always good to ask another person to come and supervise the process. And the reason for that. So together, you have a standardized strategic plan, the way Brefan is saying. So it's very, very important. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Lucky Paul. After Brother Lucky Paul, Brother Mark.
I just want to say that, sorry, I wanted to say that the Ifeanyi talked about different models and ways of how to go about it, how people are skilled in doing, how much we are skilled in drawing a strategic plan. I did a work on planning practices in Marist secondary schools in Nigeria when I was doing my MBA. So the output of that work is a kind of planning framework. So I will try to extract it from my work. It's in a summarized form, just bullet points, stage by stage on how you may not adopt every step in that format, but you can see step by step what you need to do at each stage. You may not do everything because it's comprehensive, but it will give you a guide on how to make a plan for a school. And if you have any doubts, I'll be available to make some clarification. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Brother Mark, I'll come to you, please. I'll come to you, please. Brother Mark,
I want to say something.
Raise your electronic hand. Brother Mark, please.
I have raised it.
Okay.
No,
it's my turn now.
No, to raise your electronic hand before I can allow you.
I have done that thing. I have done it. Look at it.
Brother Mark, please.
Okay, thank you. My question, clarification to Brother Mario. Now, because there was a time I wanted him to come do something for me. He mentioned this, but now I think it's a little bit, he's heading somewhere. So the departments are coming, various units you talk about, Brother Mario, and then their objectives, maybe their SWOT analysis from these different departments. Are we going to get them, unify them, that will be part of the main document, or apart from the main document, these other ones will also play? That's what I want to know. That are we gathering that so that it will form the central, or the central will be there, and these various units, their own challenges, their own inputs, or what they want to do. Is it going to be one or differently? That's what I want you to clarify.
Okay, it's embedded in the whole plan. They are discussing their own problem in their own department to handle their own problem. Do you understand? So they don't have a different SWOT. The SWOT they have is the SWOT that is controlling the entire system. So, for instance, now, if you come to the kitchen department, so they will have objective, they have strategy, you need to cook good food for students. How are they going to cook? They have to set objective. Okay, for instance,
go near your system. Go near your system because of the.
Hello.
Yes. We're hearing you now.
I can hear you now.
Okay. For instance, now we have for this one now is a maintenance committee. Maintenance committee. Their objective. What is the objective for the maintenance committee. What do the school, and they are drawing this plan, the objective is with the goal of the school. Okay, to maintain the facilities in in the school. Okay.
The network is a bit unstable. Yes, we'll listen to Brandon before we come back to you, Mario.
The action plan.
Okay, there's something I want to say. I was just listening to the YouTube channel of one of the directors of Mercedes. One of the directors of Mercedes, when they are thinking of innovation and also how to move forward in the light of the 21st century and the type of service they want to offer to people. Then in their strategic plan, they missed what they had a wonderful is that they're thinking about in hindsight now what they missed. And the person termed it people and culture. And the question they ask themselves is that, are there right people in the right positions and the right role? If not, what would they do about it? After 5 years of implementing, now nothing was happening. Then, again, you have, they ask themselves another question. Do we have a culture of fear or silence that is repeating creativity or progress? And then they ask, if that is there, how do we handle failure? And are we truly learning from it? You see, we may have a wonderful booklet on the table, well thought out, planned, and if you don't have the right people, or if you have those who are not, those who are silent about creativity, those who are fear, or environment that is loaded with culture of fear and silence, that strategic plan will not work. Sure. We do, or how do we factor this in our strategic plan so that people we can unleash their creativity so that they know that is part of it? Because if you plan, you may plan with them, at the end of the day, life continues the way it is, or those on ground will not, be at the vanguard of pushing for creativity, pushing for those plans to work out, because principal cannot do everything. It will overwhelm him.
Hello, no.
I don't know whether we have.
Yes, yeah. I understood what he said. Can I say something?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, Nodo, what you said is exactly what is happening. So what I remember, it's part of the threat. It's also part of the threat you are going to face in your plan, because everybody will not work with you. Some may like to pull you down. And another thing you have to do, that fear now is that you must have various appian ways. You must have various appian ways. Maybe you need resources. They have blocked it at Enugu. They block it here. They block it here. Then what? And what you want to execute is important. How do you maneuver? How do you navigate? Then another thing you called enablers. Do you have smart people who will help you to execute the plan? And you can't have everybody at the same time. Let me tell you, if you say that everybody is going to be smart at the same time, it's not true. If you have about 3 or 4 people who are smart to help you to execute the plan, you have conquered. Have a nice plan to execute. Maybe maybe Lucky didn't release money for you, or what just stop you? You expel a child because maybe your core value is that you will not tolerate immorality in school. You expel a child, and the authorities at Enugu say you should bring back that. Then how are you going to handle it? It's a problem. So you must have courage to implement the plan. You are the pilot. You know where you want to go. You are the one driving. That's why, Brother Henry, it's good to listen. But at times, it's good if you have a clear vision and you have checked very well, and you have people who will journey with you. When you are driving, even if people are shooting, continue driving until you reach there. So that's how plan fails and plan succeeds.
Thank you. Yes, Brother Henry. Brother Nozzle and Mark, please raise down your electronic hand.
Okay.
If you're not talking.
Okay, I will.
Okay, I have two, one a question and one an input, just to add what Mario said, which I very much agree what Mario said. Okay, that enablers cannot be all. You have to identify the enablers to drive the plan. And there's a principle called the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle says 20% of the workforce are the ones who make 80% of the success of the organization. 20% of the workforce makes 80% of operational success, meaning it's not everybody, but few.
Exactly.
Now, the challenge of leadership is to identify those few enablers to drive the agenda. So I agree very much with what Mario is saying. Then my question now, okay, now, for example, now the end thing now in Nigeria is AI, green school, okay, green education, entrepreneurship, okay, and that's the trajectory now, okay. But in the school, parents want their students to make 9 A1s in WAEC, 300 and above in JAM. Now, there's a need in the society, okay, for green school, entrepreneurship, and parents want A1 and 300 in JAM. Now, as a school, now, okay, a school who wants to be visionary, want to respond to changing times, to current innovation of where the world is going. But your stakeholders are saying that leave that story of A1 and 300, leave that AI story, leave that green school story, okay? Give me 9 A1s, okay? We are talking in no, 9 A1s. So how do you reconcile, okay? I was shared with Ifeanyi some time ago. Ifeanyi say when he was a young Goji, okay, he shared with me that he was doing these programs, and the parents were laughing at him that he's doing all these things. That he that he wants they want the boys to pass WAEC. All these programs of flying. No. So how do you reconcile, okay, innovations, okay, going forward, and what your stakeholders, okay, need? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Brother Henry, Doctor, remember that you have a vision, and you have your mission.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you are doing is dependent on the vision and mission of the institution.
Exactly.
I'll give you an example. In the academy, a parent came and said, whatever you people are doing here is none of my business. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Because we said, your child refuses to go for mass. Your child is indisciplined. Your child is doing that. He said, no, it's not his concern. His concern is for the child to pass WAEC. Do you get that? In that, will you, in conscience, as a Marist brother, say, this child, please, don't go for mass. Just come here, need to pass WAEC and go. Remember, any child you are forming the child for the society. And the labor market is demanding for green education, demanding for AI, demanding for this. So your vision, as stated earlier, will help you. It's a guided principle of what you want to do, unless you want to deviate. That's why it is important to share, listen to the stakeholders. Parents are not the only stakeholders you have. Students are stakeholders. The staff are stakeholders. The management, the Marist brothers, these are stakeholders that you have. So you listen to everybody, and also you say, okay, what do? We have a vision, we have a mission. So you are listening to them is to encourage you also to what you have to do. But don't allow the negativity to kill whatever you want to do. Let's allow just a little input. We listen to Brother OK, after Brother OK, Brother Lucky Paul, then we'll come to Brother Mario.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. I think mine, two things. One is to appreciate Brother Mario for the input, and I appreciate every brother for the inputs and sharing.
Second, what Brother Henry said now, I think it's important to get to understand that A1 is not in conflict with AI, is not in conflict with hands-on, so that we don't create a division where there is none. And that's like Brekene gave an example. A1 is not in conflict with Holy Mass, with prayer. A1 is not in conflict with entrepreneurship. I think it's important to understand that, so that we don't say, hey, parents, I need my child to have A1, then I want entrepreneurship. They are not in conflict. It's a matter of how do we handle it? Because someone who has A1 can as well be able to understand what the AI is all about. Okay? Someone who has A1 will as well be able to know that God is in control of life. So I don't think any of them is in conflict. That's what I want to bring in. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brother Lucky Paul.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. When we are making a plan, like in a school situation as our own, Marist schools in Nigeria, there are elements that we must not ignore. One of them is the national policy on education. You must be at breast with that document to know what is the national policy on education, because you are operating within that system. That is one of the things that is guiding you. Then you talk about also Marist style of educating. The other thing that we look at is the 21st century education landscape, whatever they call it. Yeah, there are things that is highlighted, almost about 12 or 15 points, that 21st education century must, characteristics of the 21st century education system. All these factors must be what should guide any effective strategic plan as at today. When you look at all these things, you now find out that, like what Oke said, all these other things, AI, green education, entrepreneurship, they are all inclusive in this whatever we are, the point, what I'm referring to. So, but another thing that we have to bear in mind is that a plan cannot include everything. So you look at it, what are the essentials? What are the things that will help me drive that your goal that you have? What are the things that you can incorporate into that plan without missing your main objective? Like if you say your student must get A1. A1, how can AI help you? How can you utilize AI to achieve that objective? There are many ways. They are there if we embrace AI. Then you talk about green school. It's not in conflict like what brother said. How can we integrate it, that aspect of green, that is environmental sustainability? How do we include it in our vision? So that at the end of the day, because we are from, like what Prof said, the people we are not, we don't exist in isolation. We exist in a society. Whatever be the trend, we're not going to say, except that they are immoral. If they are not immoral, so we must have a way of integrating it into whatever we are doing to move on. And at the end of the day, when our students are product, when they find themselves outside the four walls of our schools, they'll be able to integrate and relate well with people. They say, where did you study? They'll be able to say, yes, I'm a Marist product. But if you train them in a way that when you talk about AI, they have no knowledge of AI, I think it will be absurd. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mario, you wanted to say something.
Okay. Quickly, Bro Henry, when, based on the question you asked, you know, when you are drawing your plan, you are having a vehicle. You are having a vehicle. You are carrying you are carrying somebody who is sick, and you are carrying somebody who is also not sick. Okay, let's come to school now. You have a plan, a nice plan that you take care of your children. Then when you come to their parents now, this parent, he just wants what he needs. What he needs from you is just education. I mean, 9 A1s only. But you get this parent, he needs only moral. You see this parent, he needs both moral and academics. So it's left for you now to calm down and check how to give this person what he wants, and make sure that they didn't go contrary to school rules and the regulations. And you'll be using school rules and regulations to control them. So this one, you need only education. Okay, take education, but you don't cross this boundary. This one, you need only, you can't get only moral and succeed. Then you have to blend it. You need moral, you need education. And this one, they align themselves on the plan you have. That one, you don't have a problem. That's where your threat now is coming. You know, the SWOT, when you say SWOT, you don't just write that in there and leave it there. Yeah. You have seen now that this parent that doesn't consider moral, or maybe he's an atheist, you know, they believe that doing good thing, that's what doing good thing, but they are just doing good thing, but they don't know who is in charge of that good thing they are doing. So that is a threat to you. So how do you handle it? You go back to your SWOT and check how to handle it. So it's very important that you make use of your policy, make use of your SWOT, and you don't shake. Don't shake. They may also fight you. Another threat they will use to fight you, if they have long leg to the center, maybe the authorities there will call you and say, you suspended this child. Why did you suspend this child? This is a child that needs only education. Moral is not it's not a problem to the father. It's not a problem to the son. That is where fear now. If you are somebody who fears the confrontation, who fears opposition, you will run away and drop your plan.
But thank you. Yes, Brother. Okay.
Well, I think it just I don't know whether I understood Mario well. If he said this one needs education, this one needs moral, you give the one who needs education, give the one who needs moral. I think what I say is there's always that balance. Okay, people may need that, but anyone who needs education, for that education to be, remember in the university, when you graduate, you say you are found worthy in character and learning. I think it's a guiding principle. The key thing is, we, in our SWOT or whatever, in our plan, we don't create divisions. Parents may come with the little they know, but we bring the harmony that is required, both in every human person and in society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Ocheme. After Ocheme, Brother Ubachi. Ocheme, unmute yourself.
Okay. So, yes, I've muted. What I want to say is, Brother Lucky Pod made mention of core value, educational core value, and we cannot separate them. Education is acquiring desirable knowledge, skills, and talent. So talking about either excellency in this, and one of our core values as Marist is holistic education. So we must bear that in mind in drawing this plan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My boss, Ubaji.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity once again. Yes, I just want to add to what Brother and others have said. AI, 9A1, and the entrepreneurship program, they are not in conflict. But if you carry out your SWOT analysis in our education system today, that analysis will identify loopholes. If you are not being, your school is not technologically integrated, that loophole will appear, and you see there is a weakness for the school. So you have the need to do something in that area. As Lucky put it, the question you ask yourself, how would AI help you to make 9A1? Okay, entrepreneurship is today, we know that is also something that is lacking. There are no jobs in our country, we know. Graduates suffered. And the essence of that is, once a child graduates from our school, he or she should go out with a skill that will help him or her start doing something in order to earn a living. So what we need in all this is integration. How do we integrate all these aspects in our plan to make a whole? Thank you.
Brother, okay?
Thank you so much.
Brother,
Yes, Mario.
Yes. It's a message. It's a break. Is it a breaking news or whatever? One son just dropped it into my this thing now. That the WAEC has been cancelled. The federal government has cancelled, in conjunction with WAEC, has cancelled WAEC because of exam malpractice and the use of AI. They have cancelled it. So that's a message now that just dropped on my.
And use of AI.
Yes, it's just.
It's the same message now, but it's not authentic. Okay, I received the same message.
I don't know what
it might be TikTok.
They can use jam style. After they will go back to it.
Please let us not deviate from what we are discussing. Let us focus.
Okay.
We are looking at strategic plan. The next question may be, how many schools have done their strategic plan and how many schools are left to do their strategic plans? Brother Ma, you can give the roll call. Any school you mention, let them respond whether they have a draft copy or a full copy of the strategic plan or not.
Okay, we'll start with MBJ. Do you have strategic plan?
Yes, we have. Full complete. Full.
Okay, MC, I'm not seeing MC here. So I'll go to Ucheme Primary School. Do you have a strategic plan?
Ucheme, mute yourself.
It's the mental one, according to presenter.
So you don't have yet.
I've done
so
that.
No,
the mental one.
Okay, mental one.
No, so you don't have.
The mental one.
Okay.
Marist Bicentenary College.
Yes, we are still building our strategic plan. Okay. The last time you came here, we told you we formed a committee and you had interaction with that committee and told them what to do. So the person heading it is a very young brother Sunday. So I don't want to push so much because, and I don't want to get too involved. I'm giving them time to build up the strategic plan gradually. We have a vision already, and we have very aspects of the school life they are already evaluating and monitoring. So that one is going on. They have drafted a questionnaire and distributed to parents and students, and the remainder of staff. Probably when we come back in September, they will analyze the questionnaire and see where how to plot our objectives. The vision is already there, and the vision statement is already there. The mission statement is already there. So we are now going to work on the objectives, actions, and all that. Thank you.
Okay, so the work is in progress.
Yes, I think they need the time frame because we are trying to start a new academic session, and it's good for them to use their strategic plan to run the new academic session.
It's okay. That's the ISS.
Mark, unmute yourself and raise down your electronic hand.
Yes, I was raising it. This one was the second one, but you didn't see it.
You can say what you want to say before you answer the question.
Okay. Yes, what I wanted to say is this. My own is this. I think, like Ipon mentioned sometime that he has, through his work, when he was doing his course over there, maybe just a sketch or whatever, a guide that will help us to do that. I would want that we have the copy of that, so that it will help us also to start planning our own, or maybe to go towards that. At least when we have it now, we can now follow it and plan. So I would want that, or maybe if I could have that here, now we will begin to. We don't have that now because you go into what you know. Now that this seminar now is a very good thing to me. I've been looking to have it, but I think before the year runs out, at least before we go now, we start doing something. At least they have the committee or a group that we do that. And another thing again is all these things, our strategic plan or whatever, is good when we plan that this is what we are going to do, and then we follow it, both from the side of the school and also from the side of the province also, so that we don't plan something now it becomes white elephant project or hitches. I think it should be clear the province should also have a policy or that breast for that, so that when we plan, it goes as planned. Not if not everything, but at least the one you have achieved, you achieved it simply. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. As everybody knows, in primary school, no representative. So we move to MCCN. Do you have a strategic plan?
Yes, we have. We also, if you need a copy, I will give to you.
Okay, no, thank you. Okay, Umuchibo, secondary school. The nursery school, no representative as well. So move ahead. Ezagu, Brasam around. Okay, it's not here. Ejule, they're not here. Irekiti, no. MCY.
Yes, we have a strategic plan and it's working.
Okay, good. CKC, Gogolada.
We drafted it, I think the first few months I came last year. And
okay, CKC.
Okay, we are building our own. It's taking us maybe before the year ends, we will be done.
Okay, in progress. St. Joseph Science and Technical School, Makodi. Rapport and group, they disappeared.
It's not here.
Okay. Okay. So thank you, Rakene. I've taken the statistics of those who have and those that are still working on it and those who don't have at all.
Thank you. So you need to write a formal letter to all of us, those who have not, to do it and report, because we need to report to the board what we have done. Not just because of the word, but for the growth of each school is very important. Now, there is this thing that we're still looking at. I don't know. I would like to get your view about it, brothers. Yes, Brother Kipo, you want to say something?
I just wanted to say that I have sent my thesis output to the WhatsApp group of project heads. So it's the Word document. Okay. If you need it on your email, you send me your email address. I can send it to your email, whichever one you want. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations for that. Thank you, thanks for the knowledge you are sharing with us. Yes, we are looking at the issue of school daily activities, how we can harmonize what we do in schools. We just want to hear from you whether it is possible or it's not possible. We are not forcing it on anybody. We just want to hear what you can tell us. Just when students wake up and when they go back to bed, what they do, their daily activities. We are looking at this issue, if it's possible, what this school does is the same in the other school. So that if any student, any child is transferred from one Marist school to the other, the child will not feel being in a strange place, but be more focused because the child is following the same program. We would like you to react to that. Yes, Brandon.
Yes, it's good for uniformity, but we have to understand that each school is unique. Although we have Marist principles, which we cannot, downplay. We have philosophy, we have spirituality, but each environment is unique. For instance, juniorate environment cannot be equated the same way as even those who are there with MCCN environment and CKC. Boys' school, the tone of a boys' school is completely different from the tone of a mixed school. Distractions are also equally different. Do you understand? So there are certain things we can say, or unless we can put a benchmark, say students should not wake up at this time. They should not go to bed. They should not be kept awake or asked to be awake up to this time. So if we can do that, but you have to also consider complexities and also context and also the culture in the school. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, brother. Okay, after brother, very fine.
Yeah, I would have suggested that as you put out this idea, let people go home and reflect over it. Okay. So that when next week come, you get reactions. That's what I want to propose.
Okay, thank you. Yes, brother, fine.
Yes, there was some time ago, I think it was when Brother Christian was the provincial, this issue came up. And a timetable was created, a committee was set also. I think Brother Andrew was part of it. And a timetable, a guideline, the timetable was produced for the schools, the province. This timetable did not handle the details of the daily activities, the highlights, the time students should write, just like Nodo said a few minutes ago, the rising time, when classes will start, when classes will end, the games period, and when students should go to bed. They should not stay beyond probably can say 10 o'clock, 10:30, that kind of thing. But the details should be left for the individual schools to handle. That's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you. No other hand. So we continue with the reflection. Maybe in our next meeting next month, then we come up with full something that can help us take decision. Let's continue with the reflection. Brothers, what do you think?
Yeah,
yes, I think that is
yes,
okay.
Lucky Paul, your hand is up. Lucky Paul.
That this topic is very interesting and important also, because I don't know whether it was in recent, but I had a reflection on that. I left to ease myself. Not was saying that there is a difference between MBJ and intelligence. It is in our head. That difference that we're talking about, it's in our head. There's no difference between MBJ and MCCN, only that one is boys, one is girls. In terms of programs and everything, they might be, the behavior of the boys might be a little bit different from that of the girls. And of course, they are not the same school, they are not in the same place. We can find those differences. But in terms of time for waking up, time for going to mass, everything, there's no difference about that. Now, I was just asking myself, why do we ask the children to wake up at 5? Okay? When the chaplain lives in that compound, wake up at 5, they will struggle to go to mass. The chaplain will struggle to wake up. Then we say the mass, and he'll go back to bed. Because this thing has been with us for years, and it's difficult to change. So just a little bit thinking outside the box. What happens if we begin our classes, say, by whatever time and end at whatever time? If you start at 9, you end at 3.
Yeah.
If you start at 10, you end at whatever time. What happens? Is it again maybe government policy that classes will begin at a particular time? I'm not sure about that. So you bear with me. So if they accept that government regulation that classes must begin at 8,
sure.
Then if classes must begin at 8, what prevents us from maybe having the mass maybe at whatever time of the day? If I was privileged to see Jesuits' calendar. Most time they don't have their mass in the morning, but they have mass every day. But it's not usually early in the morning. Hence, the chaplain is there with us in most of our schools. The chaplain lives in the school there. Yeah. So having a time, they say maybe this time, maybe at 12, maybe at a particular time during the school hour, we go for mass. Children will be active and participate and things like that. So I'm not finalizing it, but it's a conversation that I'm just simply saying that we can have that conversation and see how we can organize ourselves better and make life a little bit less difficult for children. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Paul, Brother Henry, Brother Mario.
I will go with this intervention of Brother Okay. We can take this home for reflection. We have had 2 hour engagement on strategic plan. I think it's enough for today's engagement. We can stop for today. Then we continue next time with this agenda after we reflect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Supported.
Brother Mario.
Supported.
Thank you so much. Brothers, thank you for this opportunity. Now I go back to Brother Matt to continue the vote of thanks, and maybe call someone to give the vote of thanks. Then we
1 minute, please. I have something to say. Sorry. I have something to say.
You didn't show your electronic hand up.
Because I didn't know that we are ending the meeting. Sorry.
It's 2 hours. It's more than.
I thought that there will be.
It's okay.
I thought that there will be AOB. Okay. So the point I wanted to make is this: to the school heads, I understand the difficult situations we have been going through as a result of remuneration and teachers losing our teachers, maybe going for higher pay and whatever. So I said during this meeting, I don't know how we are going to have that conversation, because when we talk about the new, the school fees, we have factored in that there will be a kind of increment in the salary. And I think it has been approved by provincial and council because the documents were sent together. So if it has been approved, so when we are communicating to teachers, maybe by the end of the term, that there is a need to let them know that there will be adjustment in the salary beginning from September, so that it will kind of motivate them. I don't know how to make that conversation. Maybe we can ask for that question to see how best to communicate that to them. But it's important that they have that information so that we can, how do I put it? Yeah, they go home with it instead of struggling to leave our system, maybe when we have already met what they are expecting, something like that. I don't know. Thank you.
I've already told them.
Okay, very important. It's very important. Even I will say it tomorrow.
Okay, I've already told mine. They are hoping for that.
Brother Nodo, Brother Henry.
You see, what Lucky Paul said is okay, but for me also, we also look at the redundancy. We cannot just pay, and they are also redundant. That's what I want us to also reflect on.
Thank you, Brother Nodo. There is a process, there's a procedure for redundancy. There is a procedure. Follow our handbook. If there is redundancy, identify that. Then we work on that, please. No, don't just keep quiet. And
what I'm trying to what I'm saying is that we have to look at our staff strength as well. Not about individual, but staff strength also.
You start from where you
so
are.
That we will not be paid.
Remember, this is not general. Whatever you identify in the school that you're in charge of, you say it out and you work on that. It's not general. Please, thank you. Yes, Brother Henry.
Yeah, I think for me it's okay. The heads of school can mention that to the staff that possibility of a upward review next term, and they leave it at that. And so we can end for now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Brother Ma. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Dr. Kenneth, for your moderation. I want to use this opportunity to thank the facilitator of our program today, Reverend Brother Mario Ogu. I know that this is your area. So when we were thinking about who will facilitate this workshop, I said, no, we have a resource person within. And you can agree with me that he had actually done justice to that. And also the contribution from each and every one of you. I can say that we don't have shortage of resource person in the province. And this webinar for me is one of the best webinars so far that we've ever had since we started this canonical year. We talk like brothers who actually have knowledge, and the knowledge is there. The contributions are superb. So those who are not here, they have missed actually. But I will ask the host, Mario, to after download the video and post it to us, so that those who are not here will also be carried along. This workshop is championed by the board. It's an assignment the board gave the quality assurance to do. And we are saying that those who have not developed or built their strategic plan, please, the deadline should be end of the first term during the new academic session. End of first term, if you are not done with your strategic plan, your case will be forwarded to the board. And I think the board will propose some disciplinary action against this principal. Yes, they already said that. So the deadline is end of first. So no, remember we started this.
Your network is a bit okay.
For taking your time to be here. You see, it is what we agreed to do, and we are doing it. Mario is there, Bebu is there, Henry is there, Lucky is there, myself, I'm here. You can contact any of us to help supervise the process or facilitate, so that at the end of the day, you have a very nice document that will help you run the school very well. So once again, thank you. And I will invite Nodu to say a closing prayer shortly, and we end the meeting. Nodu.
Thank you, brothers. It's with gratitude that we conclude this important sharing. And on us this academic section. We also thank God for the gift of our brothers who work day and night towards making visible our spirituality and our educational philosophy. We pray that we continue to journey with our founder in spirit and in truth, and that our good mother will continue to guide us. All this we ask through Lord. Amen.
Pray for us.
Say, Mass Mother. All our Marist in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you. So the host, you can